whether it was Ben Johnson or Dennis Allen, when asked about the players that they like on the roster, they both agreed on Kyler Gordon. They mentioned Kyler Gordon a lot. Why are they mentioning Kyler Gordon? Why does a guy that theoretically plays nickel, why is he mentioned by the two most important coaches on the Bears?
I think because he's a tone setter in terms of his play style, his play demeanor. I think you need that from a defensive perspective. I wouldn't call him an enforcer, but I would call him a tone setter. And just his play speed overall, it really jumps out whenever you turn on the tape of the Bears defense. Now, obviously, that's a vital role in today's NFL to have that slot corner that can match and carry, that can cover in terms of man-to-man traits, but more importantly, can tackle in space and pressure. He can do all that for you. And I'm telling you right now, I love the Ben Johnson hire, I do. But I really loved the Dennis Allen hire also. I can remember back when I was doing the matchup show at ESPN, this is, 2018, 19, 20, when Dennis Allen had one of the best defenses in the NFL and what he used to do to Tom Brady when Tom Brady was in Tampa Bay. You're talking about high-level scheme and high-level player deployment. That's what you're going to see out of this defense. A lot of multiple fronts, a lot of stunts, a lot of overload pressure to get home to the quarterback. And your safeties have to be interchangeable in this defense, but that is the position you want to play. That's a playmaking position in this defense because they'll do a lot of two-high shells. They'll rotate or spin down late. They'll cut crossers. They'll rob in the middle of the field. They'll put their safeties in a position to make plays in the ball. On the outside, at the corner position, he wants physical, aggressive corners that can play press, that can open and run, that can challenge consistently. So as much as I love Ben Johnson, I think it's a home run hire. Don't forget about what they just did on the defensive side of the ball right here, because they're building a coaching staff. I'm telling you right now, they're building a coaching staff that can be one of the best in the NFL. So I want guys like Antoine Randall, Al Harris. This is an outstanding coaching staff. Outstanding coaching staff. Now, granted, we all know they have to play well on Sundays. We get that. But what they're doing right now, this is the best they can do right now. And I'm telling you, they are making a statement to the league with these hires.
Really? So what do you think about Eric Bieniemy as the running backs coach? And if you know him, Dan Roushar is the offensive line coach.
Well, the offensive line, I don't know as much about the offensive line coach, but those are the two positions that really mean the most to me from a position coach. Secondary, the offensive line. Because those units have to play more as a group than anyone else in terms of communication, alignment, adjusting pre and post snaps. Those are two hires that you have to hit on. And with Eric Bieniemy, this is someone that's a former play caller in the NFL that was up for head coaching interviews. So again, you are hiring the best right now. And you're putting them all together. And Bieniemy, I'll tell you right now, you talk to guys that play for me, he's going to hold you accountable. He's going to hold you very accountable. I think the Bears need that right now. I think they do need to be held accountable, and they do need to be coached very hard. They're going to get that from this staff.
See, we were just having that conversation just before you came on, Matt. Hey, Matt, have you seen Ocean's 11?
Oh, Lord.
Yes.
Ocean's 11.
Or Magnificent Seven? You see that one? Too back in the day?
Yeah.
All right, either one. But I'm convinced that a coaching staff, let me ask a former player here about it, Lawrence. I'm convinced that a coaching staff needs to have a mix of personalities, kind of like
Sure.
Ocean's 11 or Magnificent Seven. Like, you got to have the one guy who can do this, another guy who can do that. And sometimes you might need a personality like Eric Bieniemy's in your mix. It seemed like this batch was missing that kind of thing.
Yeah, I agree. I would say the same for a secondary and an offensive line, the two groups we were talking about. You're going to have a lot of different personalities in that group, but can you play together as one, right? Are you on the same page come Sunday? And I think that's the key here. A lot of different personnel, a lot of different coaching styles. Like I've told you before, as a coach, you have to know, right? There's some guys you can coach extremely hard, right? Extremely hard. There's some guys you got to whisper to. You just have to. That's their personality. That's how they take coaching. So that's going to be the test for this coaching staff when they start in minicamp and OTAs, is to figure out their personnel, how they want to be coached, and more importantly, make them understand that this is a different staff now, that you are going to be coached differently at times. You are going to be held to a higher standard than you were in the past, because that group is here to win. I'm telling you right now, you put together that coaching staff to win. And Antoine Randall, I still haven't gotten over that game in 98. So in 98, we were playing Indiana down in Bloomington. This is old school Big Ten. We're up 7-6 with like 2 minutes left, and we kicked the ball to Indiana. All we needed was a stop to win. He drove the team down the field, scored a touchdown, went for two. They won 14-7. I still haven't gotten over that football game. But
is that the game where Big Ant got kicked out because he kicked the lineman?
Might have been that one. Might have been.
Because I remember it was Indiana. There was a lineman that was on top of him, and he kicked the guy off of him.
Yeah, I do remember that. It might have been that game. It might have been that game. Because and it could have been the year after, but I think it was against Randall. I'm pretty sure. And I'll tell you what. Another thing, we were playing the Steelers when I was in Washington. We had this pressure, this blitz, where the slot corner would go, and I'd rotate down and cover, right? And it's me and Randall, and I cannot cover him. I just can't. I come to the sideline, and I tell my position coach, I'm like, look, we're both going to get fired for this. I'm like, this is not working out. I'm like, I'll play anything else you want. Just take me off of Randall. Oh, I can't cover him. So, yeah.
Matt, have you read the athletic story on Teddy Bridgewater?
Yes, I have. I've read parts of it, yes.
Like, I thought about you when I was reading it, because all the stuff that Teddy Bridgewater is feeling as a high school coach is stuff that you've expressed. It's beautiful. Dan Pompei did a beautiful job with that story. And I think every high school coach of whatever sport should read it. It's gorgeous stuff. So, and thank you. I'm glad that you checked it out. We appreciate you jumping on and giving us your expertise as per usual.
Great stuff, Matt. Good luck enduring the whole next year until the Senior Bowl next year.
All right, guys. I'll see you.